What's going on, people? This is Fire Guy back with another Lspdfr tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be about textures. Textures. Have you ever been playing your game and all of a sudden, you install this new car pack and all of a sudden you just lose the road or you lose a building or something like that? Well, I'm going to show you guys how to, I don't really want to say solve the problem, but it definitely helps. We all know I'll go through what we can start by the basics, which everybody knows, and then a little bit of the hard stuff. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to our main directory, which you know how to do this. We're going to go to this PC, local C, program files 86, Steam apps, Common, and Grand Theft Auto. Okay, first thing we're going to do here, okay, is this is the one that most people would try to rely on, but it never worked for me. So we're going to go to Lspdfr, and we're going to go to this Lspdfr INI, okay? And see where it says this main preloaders? Yours will probably be set to true, so you have to change it to false, okay? This is supposed to solve all your texture problems. If you go on the internet, man, they swear by this. You know, all of a sudden, if you change this true to false, man, you'll never have texture problems again. Man, that's BS, because it didn't help me at all. I didn't know what to do. I was losing textures all the time, and then I came across this guy in one of my discords that helped me figure it out. Well, figure out some, because I mean, all in all, Lspdfr after a while breaks down and you start to lose your textures. Anyways. So what I'm going to show you is something that he showed me. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't, but it definitely helped me. Okay, so make sure you set this to false. You know, your main preload, set it to false. Yours is probably going to be set to true, set it to false. And then we're going to hit File and then Save. Okay, then we're going to close out of this. Okay, and we're going to close out of this even. We don't need that. For what we're going to do is we're going to go to Open For. Okay, so we're going to open this. And we're going to go to Windows. Let that load up, and I'll show you why most of the time that you lose texture in your game. Okay, we're gonna go to whatever your pack of your vehicle set into. I'm just gonna go to my favorites. Okay, that's what you save it there. So and see, mine is, you would go to mods, update, times 64, DLC packs, I have all mine in patch day 24. DLC, RPF, 64 levels in GTA, and vehicles RPF. And that's where it's going to take you, This is where I have all mine installed. Okay, so this is the reason. These numbers right here are the ones you have to pay attention to, okay? They say you can't go over 25 in total packaging. Like, see, if you look at my sheriffs, just one of them has 16,000 in textures. And if you look at these up here, another sheriff is 8,000. So right there, it's over 20,000. Okay, so what we're going to do to bring these down is, see, I downloaded something called paint.net. There's a bunch of different ones that you can get, but I like this one. So we're going to open paint.net. As soon as it opens. Okay. Alrighty. So we open paint.net, and we're going to open a new folder. You right click it, hit new, hit folder, and you can name it whatever you want. I'm not going to name it shit, I'm just going to name it new folder. And then you're going to go to see where the sheriff one has 16,000 textures. You're going to right click it, or actually we're going to open it, sorry. Alright, it's going to bring you to this page, okay? And you're going to hit export all textures, portable network graphics, PNG. And then you're going to select a folder, okay? So you're going to go to desktop, and we're going to go to, mine's going to be new folder 7, okay? So we're going to hit that one, we're going to select, and it's going to export all the files into this folder that's on for that sheriff. As soon as it's done, takes a little bit. Okay, So now we're going to open the folder, okay? And what we want to do here is you want to sort these by size. So you're going to right click and see, you're going to sort by size. Mine's already sorted by size already. Yours might not be, because you want to bring the biggest ones that have the biggest textures up front so you can resize them, okay? So what we're going to do is see like this, it's like stupid stuff, like see this computer screen? We're going to drag and drop it in here. This is your keyboard and your laptop inside your cruiser. Okay, so we're going to go to images and resize. It's 2048 for the computer alone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase it. I'm going to bring it down to 1,000. Okay, and then I'm going to hit OK, and then File, and then Save, and then OK. Okay, and this is going to drop down here. Okay, because it's less texture now. So now instead of being 16,000, it's down to 15,000. So we're going to close out of that. Let me see here. Maybe I can find the skin somewhere on here. Where it's at. Because that's usually a big one too. Okay, we'll do this one. See, that's at 500. I'm going to have that at 300. Okay. File. Save. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of that. And then we're going to bring this one over to the other side of the book. Resize. That one's at 1,000. We'll bring that to 500. File. Save. I'm going to click out of that. Oh, hit OK. And then click out of that. And you'll see these randomly move as I change them because the textures are lowering and they're not the most ones with textures. This is the actual screen on your CAD thing in the Sheriff's Cruiser, your computer screen. So we're going to resize that. That's at 1,200. So that's going to be at 600 now. Okay, File, Save. Okay. And then, see what else we got on here. Oh, let's get rid of this first. Let's see if I can find the actual skin to the car, because that's a big one too. Is then the skins? These skins are usually like 4,000. Let's bring this one over here. So this is your sirens. This is what it looks like in the car. It's that detailed. You don't need it that detailed. You're not even really looking in it. Bring that down to 300. File and save. Hit OK. I just don't know where the sign is on here, because that's the one that's got the most on it. I think I don't see it on here though. It's weird. Okay, and then let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. Put this in here. Let's see what this one is. This is at 4,000. Okay, so we're gonna jump that down to 2,000. Okay. File, save. See, that's just crazy. 4,000. Let's do this one with the dirt. So 1,000, bring that to 500. File and save. Okay, let's see what else we got here. What's this one here? We'll check this one out. No, see, nothing. You don't want everyone to down your lights because it'll make your lights look dull. So anything that has lights on them, leave it alone. And as you see, as I'm going through this, I'm just dragging the file and dropping it over into the paint. Bring that to 300. And we're gonna hit File and Save. Okay, and then there's another one over here. What do we do that one? Okay, let's get rid of that one. Let's do. See, like your speedometers. You know what I mean? Like, let's just resize that one. It's at 1,000. So bring that to 500. Okay, File. It's a. So you get the gist of it. So you see how like you grab your closest file, like this, you know, the lights one, or you know, I would grab any of them. So, oh, here we go. Here's the skin right here. All right, this is skin. Skin to the car. Let's see. You know it's at 4K. It is 4096. So we're gonna bring that down to 2,000. Okay. Okay. File. and save. Okay, that should be enough for now. So remember, our texture in when we looked at it was at 16,000. Okay, so we're going to close out of this paint.net program right here, which I use. It's paint.net is what it's called. So I'm going to close out of that. Okay, I am going to bring this over here. Okay, make sure it's all the way at the top. I'm going to grab all these, drag them all the way down. Okay, and bring them over here. I'm going to drop them. Okay, it's going to say choose import options. Yes, I want to. Okay, it's going to take a second. Okay, and then we want to hit save. And remember, my textures were at 16,000. So it was 16,000 something. Okay, so when after this saves, it should be down. And see, look at that. I'm down to 6,954. I brought it down 10,000 almost. Well, probably 9,000. Okay, and if you do that, see, I got another one, sheriff here. Do it with the sheriff one that's at 17,000. I got to do that one too. So if you do that, and then when you go back into game, you're like less. If you do that to all your cars, you're a lot less likely to have texture loss in your game because all these cars are too high poly. So you just need to bring them down. If you bring them down and you change the main preloader, that should pretty much deal with most of your texture problems. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, you know, and then you would just close out of your Open4, and you don't need this folder anymore. You would get rid of it. And that's it. And anytime you load in new cars and their texture is high, you just open up your paint.net, resize them, put them back in, save them, and put it in your game, and the game works a lot better. The textures are there, they do not go away, and it works a lot better, guys. So I hope that helped you out. Until next time, hit the like button, subscribe. I always said I wasn't going to say that, but you know, whatever. So until next time, I'll see you on patrol. Have a good night.